Kubla Khan. 50 questions and answers. 1. Who wrote Kubla Khan? Answer: Samuel Taylor Coleridge. 2. In which year was Kubla Khan published? Answer: 1816. 3. What type of poem is Kubla Khan? Answer: a dream poem. 4. Who is Kubla Khan? Answer: a Mongol emperor. 5. What did Kubla Khan decree? Answer: a stately pleasure dome. 6. Where was the pleasure dome built? Answer: in Sandhu. 7. What is Sandhu? Answer: Kubla Khan's palace city. 8. Through which river does the poem describe the landscape? Answer: Alf. 9. Where does the river Alf run? Answer: through caverns to a sunless sea. 10. What kind of sea is mentioned in the poem? Answer: a sunless sea. 11. What natural feature surrounds the pleasure dome? Answer: walls and towers. 12. How are the gardens described? Answer: bright with sinuous rills. 13. What trees blossom in the gardens? Answer: incense-bearing trees. 14. What lies beyond the gardens? Answer: forests ancient as the hills. 15. What is the deep chasm described as? Answer: savage and holy. 16. What erupts from the chasm? Answer: a mighty fountain. 17. What does the fountain symbolize? Answer: creative energy. 18. How are the rocks described as they are thrown up? Answer: like rebounding hail. 19. What floats midway on the waves? Answer: the shadow of the dome. 20. What is heard from far? Answer: ancestral voices prophesying war. 21. What does Kubla Khan symbolize? Answer: power and authority. 22. What literary movement does the poem belong to? Answer: Romanticism. 23. What inspired Coleridge to write the poem? Answer: a dream. 24. What interrupted Coleridge while writing the poem? Answer: a visitor from Porlock. 25. How many parts does the poem have? Answer: 2. 26. Who appears in the second part of the poem? Answer: an Abyssinian maid. 27. What instrument does the Abyssinian maid play? Answer: a dulcimer. 28. What does the poet wish to revive in himself? Answer: her symphony and song. 29. What mountain does the maid sing about? Answer: Mount Abera. 30. What would the poet build if inspired again? Answer: the dome in air. 31. What would people cry if they saw the inspired poet? Answer: beware. 32. What physical feature would the poet have in his inspired state? Answer: flashing eyes. 33. What does the poet suggest about artistic inspiration? Answer: it is divine and rare. 34. What does the sunny dome contrast with? Answer: the caves of ice. 35. What theme is central to the poem? Answer: imagination. 36. What does the river Alf symbolize? Answer: the flow of life. 37. What is the mood of the poem's first part? Answer: majestic. 38. What is the mood of the second part? Answer: mystical. 39. What poetic form is used in the poem? Answer: irregular rhyme scheme. 40. What natural element dominates the poem? Answer: water. 41. What does the sunless sea suggest? Answer: mystery and darkness. 42. What does the pleasure dome represent? Answer: human achievement. 43. What does the chasm represent? Answer: the unconscious mind. 44. What is the tone of the poem? Answer: dreamlike. 45. What does Coleridge emphasize about creativity? Answer: it is powerful yet fragile. 46. What kind of imagery is prominent in the poem? Answer: vivid imagery. 47. What does ancestral voices suggest? Answer: historical warning. 48. What does the poem explore besides imagination? Answer: nature's power. 49. What kind of experience is the poem based on? Answer: a visionary experience. 50. What is the lasting impression of the poem? Answer: the mystery of imagination.